Nelson.
Not much he can do about it. He's scratching his head. And there's an old saying I used to ask one of the great stylists of all time, Buddy Bomar, an old timer you know very well, as you see the 6 go flying around the 10. He just could say when one round object hits another round object, they're not going to react exact same way every time because they aren't perfectly round. And I guess that's as good excuse as you can have. I'm sure Mcdowell doesn't want to hear it right now. He needs strikes.
Okay, and you mentioned Buddy Bomar, and of course your dad, Hall of Famer. There we've got Don Carter. 3 of the several names that really put an impact on bowling in the earlier days, sort of the Arnold Palmers of the bowling.
They were the foundation people that made it possible for young men like myself and these fellows we see out here today to pursue this wonderful career. Now Mcdowell coming up in the 6-frame match is all even.
We like that one. He savored it, standing at the line for an extra length of time in this all-even match. But now up is Voss, spare working, shooting in the 6th, and you hear the pinfall of Dave Nathan Terry Jr., who will meet the winner of this game.
Voss checking his position on the approach, sets that ball right in the palm of his hand. No hand movement on the backswing, real good.
That'll make you wince to get another 10.
Well, this is something we did not see in the warm-up, and what has happened is a little bit of the oil or conditioner that I showed you on the left-hand lane profile is carried down, the ball sliding a little bit farther. It's causing the lanes to leave solid 10s. That will go away in a few minutes because the ball will start finishing just a little bit more, and the 6 will carry out the 10.
As we mentioned, Brian was the all-time money winner. Last year, we asked him what it meant.
Well, first of all, that's a lot of money. And at the same time, it's a good feeling to go down in the record books. You know, I certainly hope that it lasts for a couple of years, and at the same time, I'm going to try and beat it this year. It's just a great feeling. You know, I'm in the record books for a long time.
Okay, Voss in the 7th now, trailing by 1. Good mixing strike on the left lane, Brian Voss. Our first match of the Budweiser Classic from Miami. And the man that founded the PBA from Akron, Eddie Elias.
Marc Mcdowell coming up in the 7th frame, having a chance to increase his lead of 1 to 11. He has a strike up. The match still in the balance.
Okay, using about 2/3 of their approach as he does, very compact, moving the line. And that double, Nelson, that's got to get the adrenaline going.
Sure enough, and he's a real competitor. I think anybody who has played college football and has had the courage to do what he has done will definitely not back down to anyone. I've watched Marc Mcdowell for 3 years out here in the tour. I saw him as an amateur. He believes in Marc Mcdowell. He's an aggressive player. He won't give this match to Voss, and right now he can take a 21-pin lead.
Collegiate bowling All-American. Received his business degree from West Texas State University. Now Voss, strike up. He'll be shooting in the 8th.
The only thing that Brian Voss learned, I believe, in the last couple of years to make him the player of the year is become more aggressive in championship rounds, and this is where he needs to turn it on. The young man is pushing him. Voss trails by 21.
Now by 11. Can come within 1 with a strike on the left lane in the 9th frame.
Key shot of the match coming up. Brian Voss, he knew what he had to do. The 8th frame kept him in the match. Now the 9th will tighten the match up and make it just a 1-pin difference between he and Marc Mcdowell. Big, big shot.
Wonderful performance by Voss.
And this is a Brian Voss that we've seen in the last couple of years. The great form, the great talent. But look at this. That's the side he learned. He learned that he has to be tough to be a winner. And here's a guy who backs down from no one. The match is still in the balance. Mcdowell leads by 1.
He has strung 4. This collegiate bowler from Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, coming up, as the scoreboard tells the story, Marc Mcdowell has strung together 4 consecutive strikes. He would strike in the 10th and 11th frames. He would shut out Brian Voss. Voss could not win. As of right now, Marc Mcdowell is going at a 2:18 pace. Brian Voss at a 2:07 pace.
High hit and a 9-pin.
Mcdowell just pulls that ball a little bit inside his target. The 3rd pin on the left-hand part of your screen. Watch it, the 2-pin. The head pin will hit into the 2-pin. There it goes, the sideboard twist between the 4 and 7s, and does not take out the 9. The best Mcdowell can shoot is 217. Voss can still win the match.
For Mcdowell, it's his 5th television appearance in 4 years. Of course, his first this year, and now asking Harry Golden, tournament director, for a re-rack.
Little communication problem between tournament director Harry Golden and the crew that we have manning 13 and 14 here at the beautiful Don Carter Lanes, a 76-lane establishment.
.217 for Marc Mcdowell.